Litany of the American Flag. Betsy Ross stretched the flag across her lap as she sewed on the stars of the 13 colonies. General Washington carried it in his boat as he crossed the Delaware. The colors waved majestically in dawn's early light as the smoke of the cannons cleared over Fort McHenry. Valiant Union soldiers unfurled the nation's colors in battle with their rebel kin. It flew over President Abraham Lincoln as he read the Gettysburg Address. General Custer's lead horsemen carried it in the Battle of Little Bighorn. Teddy Roosevelt charged up San Juan Hill with our glorious colors. Admiral Dewey sailed the American flag into Manila's harbor. It waved from the observation car of General Pershing's troop train of soldiers that chased Pancho Villa across the Rio Grande on the Mexican border. It flew from the troop ships as the doughboys and GIs climbed the gangplanks, accompanied by the strains of Over There and Yankee Doodle Dandy. The flag today flies over the graves of our martyred soldiers, buried in the poppy fields of Flanders. It flew over the dunes of the Sahara as American soldiers breathed sand through their nostrils. Old Glory was painted on the gliders that carried the screaming eagles to their parachute jump over Nijmegen and Arnhem in Nazi-controlled Holland. Valiant American infantrymen scaled the rocky cliffs of the monastery walls of Monte Cassino with the American flag in hand. The flag was clearly evident on each of the landing barges that hit the Normandy beaches. The red of our colors matched the red blood of the snow of Bastogne in the Battle of the Bulge, and in spite of overwhelming odds, it was never surrendered to the enemy. The American flag replaced the swastika over Eagle's Nest by order of General Eisenhower. It was painted on the fuselage of Flying Fortresses, Liberators, Lightnings, Mustangs, Marauders, C-46s, C-47s that flew over the China, Burma, and India theater. The flag was emblazoned on the sides of General Patton's tanks and jeeps that crushed the Siegfried Line. Battle wagons and destroyers and PT boats flew it over the ocean's waves. Our glorious colors were raised on Mount Suribachi in Iwo Jima. General MacArthur called the flag back to the Philippines. As the smoke of battle cleared, the flag could be seen flying from the highest coconut palms of the small atolls of faraway islands. Seabees planted the flag on the earth movers that built airstrips and erected flagpoles to fly the flag of freedom. It was painted on the bombs of the B-29 superfortresses that were carried to the empire of the rising sun. The flag was present on the deck of the USS Missouri in Tokyo Harbor as General MacArthur accepted Japanese surrender. America's colors waved proudly over Pork Chop Hill, Incheon, Panmunjom, and still does. It flew over the rice paddies of Vietnam and the steaming jungles of Laos and Cambodia. The American flag was greeted by the residents of Lebanon, Grenada, and Panama. Our nation's colors flew over the American naval vessels in the Persian Gulf and the sands of Iraq in Desert Storm. In Operation Iraqi Freedom, our flag of victory flies over the castles of Saddam Hussein in Baghdad. Old Glory flies over sacred ground zero in silent tribute to the innocent lives lost in the destruction of the Twin Towers by international terrorists. The American flag has always welcomed the waves of immigrants that sailed past the Statue of Liberty to Ellis Island. The flag gracefully adorns the tomb of the unknown soldier in Arlington. It flies in every national veteran cemetery, and veterans place it on the graves of their fallen buddies. The flag reminds us of the sacrifices of our valiant youth in the theaters of war. Our colors fly every day of the year over the Capitol, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln Memorial, Grant's Tomb, and all public buildings and post offices. It waves over the Korean Memorial and the names on the Vietnam Wall in our nation's capital. The American flag was painted on the side of all rockets sent into space. It was very visible on the side of the Challenger and the spacecraft Columbia, whose crew of brave American astronauts gave their lives in the exploration of outer space. The flag flies over all public schools, and children carry it in parades with color guards. The flag flies over the capitals, governors' executive mansions, American foreign embassies through the world. Families proudly display the American flag in the front of their domiciles. The flag adorns the casket of our deceased veterans, and the widows accept it after the veteran receives his last salute. And when the flag is tattered and torn, our national icon, the symbol of freedom, the American way of life, it should be burned and converted into ashes. Consecration, not desecration. Lord, Lord, protect the American people. Protect the red, the white, and the blue.